California recently passed SB 206, also known as the Fair Pay to Play Act. Under this bill, student athletes in California may now have the ability to ink endorsement deals and make a profit off their name and likeness. This does not mean, however, that schools will directly pay their student athletes. Instead, students can sign deals with companies to use their image to make money as long as the deal does not directly conflict or compete with any school sponsorship. Why does it make sense that March Madness makes the NCAA billions of dollars when the stars aren't even seeing a penny? Just look at the coaches. Most of the top-tier coaches in the NCAA make millions of dollars. Clemson football coach Dabo Swinney, for instance, inked a deal worth $91 million. Now, don't get me wrong here, Dabo is one of the brightest minds in all of football, but the fact that he makes more than some professional athletes may create a disconnect on the field. It's not just the coaches that benefit from having all these great athletes. According to the Washington Post, schools who won or played in a national championship game saw an increase in the amount of applicants to the school. More applicants means more money. Now, I'm not saying what the NCAA provides to their athletes is nothing, as a 4-year scholarship and room and board is still a pretty penny. But if you're the University of Texas and making $182 million in football revenue like Business Insider reports, isn't there a way to give some to the players who made you that money? Last year, Zion Williamson was a star for Duke basketball. Before he even stepped foot on campus, he was already a huge name. But he couldn't make a dime until he left Duke. If anything were to happen to Zion while he was at Duke that ended his career prematurely, he would have lost out on millions of dollars that could have changed his life. Even in instances where schools have been caught paying their players, the ones who are punished the most are the student athletes themselves. When USC was caught paying players, the school was hit with a variety of sanctions, including vacated wins and scholarship limits. This severely hurt USC's athletic program, while the head coach was able to jump ship to the Seattle Seahawks while his players felt the real effects. USC is still feeling these effects of scholarship limits today, and while Reggie Bush did give up the Heisman he won, you don't think he still calls himself a Heisman winner? Passing a bill nationally that would allow for all college athletes to use their likeness would eliminate the black market and shadiness that is NCAA recruiting and would benefit both student athletes and schools alike by creating more transparency.